You know that feeling, right? That knot in your stomach when the O-level listening exam is about to start? Well, you are not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to turn all that anxiety into pure confidence? That's exactly what we're going to break down in this explainer.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? It's a feeling almost every student goes through. But today, we're going to ditch that feeling and replace it with a solid, actionable game plan.
So let's talk stakes. What are we fighting for here? Well, this paper, paper 3, it's worth a solid 10% of your overall English grade. Now, you might be thinking, only 10%, but trust me, that 10% can be the make or break difference between that grade you want and the one you get. So yeah, this paper absolutely matters. And we're going to show you exactly how to conquer it. So, here's our playbook for today. First, we'll size up the challenge, understanding the paper itself. Then, we'll get into how to build your listening muscle for the long haul. After that, it's all tactics. With an exam day playbook, we'll master the art of note-taking. And finally, we'll cover the common traps you've got to avoid. Okay, first things first. To win any game, you have to know the rules, right? So understanding the structure of this paper is step 1 to feeling totally in control when you walk into that exam hall. The listening exam is really a tale of 2 sections. You've got section A, the big one, worth 22 marks. Here, you'll hear things like stories or descriptions. And here's the best part. You get to hear it twice. But then, there's section B. This one is high stakes. You only hear it once. It's worth 8 marks, and it's a pure test of your note-taking skills. Very different challenges.
So now that we know the lay of the land, let's talk about training. Acing this thing isn't just about what you do in those 45 minutes on exam day. It's about what you do for months beforehand, building up your listening skills, kind of like training a muscle at the gym.
So how do you actually build that muscle? Well, it's all about being an active listener in your everyday life. Don't just read stuff. Read widely and see how new words are used. Don't just binge a show. Pay attention to the different accents and how people really talk. And for sure, practice with old exam papers under timed conditions. You've got to build that listening stamina. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, preparation's done. Now it's game day. Let's get into the nitty-gritty tactical plan for how you execute with precision when that clock starts ticking. Think of those 45 minutes as a strategic mission. Your work starts before the audio even plays. Use that time to skim the questions and circle the keywords. For the first listen, just relax and get the big picture. What's this all about? The second listen is when you go on the hunt for those specific answers. And those little musical breaks, they're not for daydreaming. They are golden opportunities to review and reset. This is honestly the most powerful tool you have for Section A. But the secret is, don't just listen twice. You have to listen differently each time. The first round is for reconnaissance. You're just mapping out the terrain. The second round is your surgical strike. You know the context, now you're just grabbing the details you need. This 2-step approach is a real game changer. Here's another pro tip. Train your ear to catch signal words. Think of them as road signs in a conversation. When you hear however, you know a U-turn is coming. Hear first, get ready for a list. These words are clues that help you predict where the speaker is going next, letting you stay one step ahead. All right, let's talk about your secret weapon, especially for that super high-pressure Section B where you only get one shot, note-taking. This isn't just some nice-to-have skill. It is absolutely critical for doing well. And this is the golden rule right here. Good note-taking is not about writing down every single word you hear. I mean, it's impossible. You'll just fall behind and miss the next important point. It's all about speed, efficiency, and grabbing the main ideas. And the key to that speed is developing your own personal shorthand. This is your secret code, a system of symbols and abbreviations that only you need to understand. The whole point is to get the most information down in the shortest amount of time. So what does this actually look like? We'll check these out. Instead of writing out population growth, just use an up arrow and pop. Simple. An arrow from one thing to another shows cause and effect. VS is perfect for in contrast. You can use BC for because, W for with. You get the idea. Get creative, practice it, and it'll give you a massive edge in Section B. Okay, we've talked offense, all the strategies to score points. Now it's time to talk defense. Knowing what not to do is just as important. This is all about protecting the marks you've worked so hard for. Listen up, because this one is huge. You have to stick to what you hear in the audio. Even if you're a total expert on the topic, your outside knowledge means nothing here. The exam is testing just one thing. Did you hear and understand what was said? That's it.
Ah, yes, a very fair question. Because multiple choice questions can be seriously deceptive. They're often built with very clever traps designed to catch you if you're not paying close attention.
And these traps have a name: distractors. They're sneaky, they're the wrong answers that look really tempting because they use keywords you know you heard, but they twist the meaning or take it out of context. You always have to ask yourself, does this just use the right words or does it actually match what the speaker meant?
Finally, let's be real for a second. Staying 100% focused for 45 straight minutes is tough. It's totally normal for your concentration to dip a little as you get tired. And that is exactly why practicing under timed conditions is so crucial. It builds up that mental endurance you need to stay sharp all the way to the finish line.
So let's boil it all down. This is your final checklist for success. Prepare over the long term. Be an active listener. Use that two-step listening strategy. Create your own shorthand. If you miss a word, stay calm and move on. And most importantly, trust what you hear, not what you think you know. That's your blueprint. And as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last thought. Getting good at this stuff, it's about more than just an exam grade. Being a truly great listener is a superpower in life. So as you're practicing, think about it. How can becoming a better listener make you a better student, a better friend, a better person? What are you going to do with that skill?